everybody, I'm Shoprag, and this is my 1951 Harley-Davidson Panhead. My friends gave her the nickname of the DiscoStick. This bike is nicknamed the DiscoStick because when I got it and was ripping around Wilmington and Jacksonville, Lady Gaga was in her prime and she had a song called DiscoStick. And my buddies made fun of me because I had a purple metal flake bike. The story behind this motorcycle is an old man up in Ohio bought this in 1951. In 1972, he chopped it exactly how you see it, painted it purple metal flake, AEE Springer front end, AEE King and Queen seat, chopped the original frame, everything in 72 for his son when he graduated high school. The son didn't graduate high school and it got parked in a barn for nearly 30-something years. And he gave it to his grandson who inherited it, who was a Marine in Jacksonville. He came into the dealership and just really wanted a new Fat Boy instead of this beautiful thing. So I made him an offer, got a deal, and I've just been riding the BeJesus out of this bike since. I did make a short version of it at one time and rode it to Born Free, and then missed the long bike so much that I put it back in this version. But it's 74 cubic inch, 4-speed. I didn't up the motor or anything. I've left it exactly the way the guy made it. I did make the coffin tank and had a guy in Jacksonville that painted it for me to kind of match the purple metal flake though. So the peace sign tail light that's on the back of it, I bought when I was overseas in Iraq. I saw it and just had to have it. Came with the original box and everything. The story I get from old school bikers is the hippies used to put those on their scooters, so the bikers would go and just bash them when they were leaving the bars. So the fact that I found one NOS stock, not even touched or anything, was pretty amazing. So I had to throw it on this chopper. AEE, square tube. When I got this thing, it sat for 30-something years in a barn. Those rockers were literally half mooned over because gravity pulled everything. You can see the seat where it was slouched over. So I had to pull the rockers off and rework them and flatten them out so they fit right. So I've had to do a complete rebuild on the motor one time. I was riding this thing to Lexington, Kentucky, and I am cruising down the road and all my friends around me are telling me to slow down. I am going too fast. We've been going from North Carolina and I can taste the Miller Lite already. And I thought I was running out of gas, so I was smart enough. I pushed in the clutch and just coasted over the side. I looked at my buddies and said, I need gas. And come to find out, I locked the motor up. I welded the case bearings basically together, and how I didn't throw a flywheel, throw a rod, I don't know, but I saved the motor and I was just able to tear it down, rebuild it, relap the cases and put it back together. Yeah, I mean, I was on the highway and my friends were like, you were just fucking trucking. Like, I had this thing just singing in the breeze. And yeah, so Dale Walker's like, dude, put Marlboro mystery oil in the fucking tank, let it get, like, pull the spark plugs, put it in there and see if it unseizes it. It did, and it was fucking lock solid. 10 miles from my destination.
How'd you get home?
Fucking, well, my buddy Davo was behind us. He broke his arm. So him and his wife and my girlfriend at that time are in. We had a 69 Ford Econoline van and his shovel head in the back. So we just swapped fucking bikes and just threw mine in the back and fucking, yeah. I had vintage bikes and everything. They're like, dude.
What speed were you going?
Probably back then, because it was before I changed the transmission sprocket, probably about 62 miles an hour. Since then, I've had Ben at Ben's V-Twin. I upped the tooth on the transmission sprocket so she'll run a little faster, and yeah. So I put the diamond foot pegs on because my mom always told me when I was young, you find the right woman in your life, you always give her a diamond. Story behind the duck head shifter is there's a old gentleman used to be around in North Carolina, Papa Joe. Everyone loved him. Rest in peace, Joe. That was his father's cane head. And when we worked at Harley-Davidson together in Jacksonville, he gave me that to put on this bike. So I put it on there and just, it's actually green Loctited. I don't know if I could get it off if I wanted to take it off. So, but that's for you, Joe. Thanks for liking my bike and safe highway.